Hi all, I'm Duty and welcome into another VR accessibility overview, and this one is for Pistol Whip. I played the trial, which I will let you know that if you do not own the game on Quest, at least on Quest, I know there is a trial. You can play 30 minutes of it, up to 30 minutes, without ever having to buy the game. And you can kind of mess around with things and see what's what. But I forgot I had done that. So there's already been accessibility notes up on DewdyDoes.com. So if you just want the notes, go there. If you want the video, keep watching. Yeah, we're just going to kind of go off of what I've said in the notes. Now, first things first. Steam VR and like OVR advanced settings and walk-in VR, stuff like that. Don't know if it supports it, as I have not played the PC version. Now, with that being said, even if it doesn't support OVR advanced settings, and I don't know why it wouldn't, there is always that chance you can still make use of walk-in VR. Which, if you need a little bit more than what the game has by itself, and we'll get into that, then that is a thing that you could do. Now, if you're playing on Quest, are you gonna need the height adjust setting? No, you're not. You can actually, from within the game, adjust your height in the options. So that's good. Like, I'm happy that they actually have that. But if you don't want to mess around with that and try and get the best height and using that, turn on the height adjust and you're good to go. Either way, if you have to play seated for whatever reason, either of those two options are on the Quest. They're good. Good to use. And obviously, if you're on PC, you can adjust the height in game if for some odd reason can't use OVR advanced settings or walk-in VR. Now, body movement and arm movement and all that good stuff. For the most part, I think you can select to have two pistols, but for the most part, you're just using one, and it's in whatever hand you kind of use the trigger with on the menus. So for me, it's the left hand, but so it can be in either. As long as you can kind of see where it's pointing, probably gonna have a pretty easy time. You do, at least this is what it's on by default. I believe you can't switch it to reload. I have it, and you'll see it maybe in the gameplay. I go like that with the gun, whipping it down like that, reloads it. I think you can also set it to doing that in the up motion to reload. So if you can do that and kind of know that you're aiming in a direction, it doesn't seem like you necessarily have to move your arms all that much. Now, I will say the other part of that being the upper body movement, you're gonna see me moving all over the place. And the reason for that is because I was sitting on the ground recording the gameplay, but even in my wheelchair, I'm able to kind of scooch forward in, towards the edge of my seat. So if I'm leaning back, I can. If that is not something that you are able to do, please keep that in mind. The environment things that they put up, like the walls and all that, it goes based on where your headset's at. So if you can kind of lean to the side and tilt your head, and that virtual barrier isn't really even in line with your headset, then you're good. It's going to count you as dodging it, as moving out of the way, even though you technically might not have been. So that is something to keep in mind. Colorblind modes, there are none. There are absolutely zero colorblind modes. Difficulty levels, each song I believe has 3 difficulties: easy, normal, and hard. So that's a thing. I played this song on easy. I hadn't touched the game since the trial, and that was like last year sometime. So I played on easy. Don't judge me. Let's see. Yeah, there's no, the game, you're basically auto moving in the game, so there is no stick movement. You don't got to worry about stick movement or any of that stuff. I almost skipped over that note, but yeah, you don't have to worry about that, thankfully. And it defaults to whatever, like I said, defaults to whatever hand you press the trigger on. So whichever controller, the pistol will default to that hand. And as I covered already, I am unsure about using OVR advanced settings or walk-in VR, since you have to start walk-in VR first before, and then that launches the VR and all that stuff. You should be good with that, and I don't see why you wouldn't be able to use any of that stuff. But just in case, and if height is hopefully the only thing you need, again, you can adjust your height in game. If you need more and you're somehow unable to use that stuff on the Steam version, then I'm sorry. I'm glad that Steam has a refund system. I can't always get every single thing, and I wish I could on notes, like every single thing that the notes would need, but it happens sometimes. I can't get everything, so that's actually going to be the end. There's not much. The game is pretty bare bones for the most part, but yeah. I think there are subtitles, I think, in the story, because there is actually like a story mode. I think the subtitles are auto, because I don't remember seeing them in the settings. Yeah. And they're not in my notes, so they must not have been in there. But yeah, if you enjoyed this, or if it helped you, that's awesome. That's why I make these videos. That's why I have the website with the notes and all that. These notes and quick access to this overview will be on the website the same day that it goes up. So if you're watching it the day it's uploaded, they're also on there. So give the website link to anybody that maybe had thoughts about this game but wasn't sure. And, you know, hopefully the notes and maybe the overview can help them out as well. But with that all being said, I hope you are having a lovely day or night whenever you happen to be watching this. And until the next one, I will see you later. All right. Bye.